Ashton is a grumpier baby. Kid has a voice. When he cries, he can like scream. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing Ashton's 4-month update. He is sleeping right now and I know he's gonna wake up like in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna try and get this done. He might be joining us. My name is Lindsay and I make videos all about motherhood and lifestyle and just like to share helpful tips here on YouTube. And I would love to have you subscribe, so please hit that subscribe button below and don't forget to give this video a like. And yeah, I'm doing Ashton's 4-month update today. He turned 4 months earlier in the week, but it's the weekend now and my husband is home to take care of our toddler Hayden and Ashton is sleeping, so this is my time. I will link his other update videos below, as well as his newborn nighttime routine, which I filmed when he was like just 3 months old, so that might be helpful as well, and I will link that below too. So for just like general update, size and stuff like that, Ashton just had his 4-month checkup and he weighs 15.2 pounds. So he has gained like 3 pounds since his 2-month checkup and he is 1 pound away from doubling his birth weight. I think doctors want to see doubled birth weight by about 6 months. Don't quote me on that, but basically he's almost there at 4 months. And he is in the 50th percentile for weight and about like the 40th percentile for height, which is pretty much exactly how his older brother Hayden was. So I think they're really just going to be similar in like size and stature. I can't believe he's almost doubled in weight already. It just goes to show how fast the baby stage goes, because they literally double their birth weight in the first 6 months of life. He was 8 pounds when he was born. So at 15.2 pounds, he's almost doubled. Ashton's head is still a little bit misshapen on his right side, so he prefers his right, so it's like flat. At his 4-month checkup, the doctor was just like, it should still round out unless you want to intervene. Like we can send you somewhere and they'll do like the full helmet and everything, but I think we're just gonna wait a little bit longer, see how it looks around 6 months to see if we'll do anything. He really likes tummy time, so now that he's getting a little bit stronger, hopefully his head will like shape out better. I mean, they spend so much of their time sleeping in the mattress, on the mattress and stuff, so we'll see. For feeding, he is still exclusively breastfed. He is getting better at stretching his feeds, but still sometimes feeds every 2 hours and we don't make it to the 3-hour stretch. And I'm still trying to do the eat, play, sleep, but it just doesn't always work for us. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not that good at sticking to it, but lots of times like I just want to feed him before he goes down for a nap, because then like I hope the nap will last longer. That rarely ever works. But you know, if the time is gonna come up where he needs to eat and he should be napping, then I'll want to like feed him before I feed. So just with how many naps he's taking and that his naps are shorter still, it's just not always easiest to do eat, play, sleep, but we're trying as much as we can. And if I can't, I'm trying to just like not feed him directly before a nap, trying to like space it out by like 10 minutes. Also, he's kind of like fussy in the car or something, so I usually try and like feed him before we go somewhere, to hope, just in like hopes that that helps. So again, that's just something that kind of like messes with the eat, play, sleep schedule. So yeah, still exclusively breastfed, feeding every 2 to 3 hours during the day, and he is still feeding a lot throughout the night. He definitely is like a comfort nurser, but I'll get into that with his sleep. Now that he's 4 months, a lot of people start food around now. I will not be starting food. I personally follow what the World Health Organization says, and I don't feed my babies until they are 6 months old. If you read up on what the World Health Organization says, it basically says that it can lead to gut issues later in life just because their gut isn't fully mature until 6 months. I also did baby-led weaning with Hayden. I will link that video below. And I plan to do that with Ashton. Hayden is an excellent eater still, and I definitely credit that towards baby-led weaning and towards just trying so many whole foods before he was 1 year old. So we will definitely be doing that with Ashton, and not starting until he is at least 6 months and shows all the signs of readiness for baby-led weaning. Okay, let's talk about sleep a little bit. So if you watched my 2-month baby update video, Ashton was easy, slept a lot, easy to put down, would fall asleep on his own. Well, don't worry, I'm not going to brag about his good sleep anymore because I feel like that's out the window. Basically, his sleep has gotten hard in the sense that he just doesn't sleep for very long. It's like up and down in waves where he's like really hard to put down and sometimes he's not very hard to put down. But yeah, basically right around 2 months and his second leap. I'm talking about Wonder Weeks. If you don't follow Wonder Weeks, it's like an app and a book that you can, it has to do with your baby's brain development, and their brain grows in spurts, which is going to affect just like everything, all their surroundings, how they take in the world, and it can really make them more fussy. So if you think your baby's being fussy, check up on if they're in like a leap or something. So basically at his second leap, he became so hard to put down. That's when I started using an exercise ball to bounce him to sleep, which worked pretty good. But basically at like the beginning of his leaps, he is just very hard to put down, and he stopped being able to like fall asleep on his own. So that has been a little bit of a struggle, but I swear that exercise ball is like a lifesaver. So I definitely recommend that as like a baby essential, even though it's an exercise ball and not a baby product. Thankfully, like the really hard times to put him down only last for like the beginning of his leap, and then it gets to be like a little bit easier. But so he naps well, like he never skips naps, which is good, but he'll nap only for like 45 minutes. Like once or twice a week, he'll like randomly take a longer nap in the middle of the day, and I'm like, what did I do? How do I replicate this? But it's just by chance. A lot of times I can like go in and breastfeed him and he'll fall back asleep, or I'll lay him on our bed like right in the middle, and I'll lay beside him and breastfeed him and he'll fall back asleep, and that way he can get like a longer stretch of sleep. But naps have been hard. They're always short. Around 6 months they tend to like have longer naps. With Hayden, we found that once we sleep trained him, his naps got longer. For nighttime sleep, sometimes he'll do that long stretch at the beginning, sometimes he doesn't even do that, but basically after 1 o'clock he is up every 2 hours. So he's up at like 1:30, 3:30, 5:30, and then like usually up for the day at 7. So that's been hard, but we'll get through it. We sleep trained our first son around 5.5 months, and I imagine we will do the same with Ashton, maybe a little bit closer to 5 months. I feel that sleep training is an amazing thing to do for your child. It's extremely hard. It was hard with Hayden. There was rough nights, but he became the best sleeper. And you know, you need those long stretches of sleep to grow, to have a good day the next day. So like, I believe that sleep training is an important skill to teach your baby. So at 5 months, I'm looking forward to doing that, even though I know it's going to be hard. I was hoping that around 2-3 months that night sleep would improve, but it didn't. So we basically went from like not very good night sleep into a 4-month sleep regression where it got a little bit worse. But yeah, that's where we are right now. I am learning to function on little sleep. I still don't put myself to bed early enough, which is dumb of me, I know, but there's always things to do, and I just want to relax after the boys go to bed. For his night sleep, he is still in the bassinet right next to our bed, and I still pull him into bed with us when I'm exhausted, when he's waking up multiple times throughout the night. So I tend to like pull him next to me until like he wakes up the next time, then I'll like put him back in his bassinet, and like he'll kind of go back and forth all night long, because I find having him next to me very uncomfortable. Like I can't get comfy and I can't get into like a deep sleep because I'm like worried that he's right there. And his crib We have started putting him into his crib for naps, which I love doing because I feel like it helps them get used to being in their crib and like move towards them being in there for nighttime. And then just recently we started putting him in this crib for his first stretch of night sleep, because again, just getting him used to it. And we also just needed to like be in our bedroom more because we were getting ready to move. Long story short, we were getting ready to move, put our house on the market, took our house off the market. But yeah, so we were like cleaning up, decluttering, all that stuff, so we needed to be like in our room. So we started to put him in there for his first stretch of sleep at night, and then when he would wake up, I would then like feed him and put him in his bassinet. During the period from 2 months to 4 months, his wake times have changed dramatically. Like around 2 months, he would only be able to stay up for 45 minutes and then he'd be ready for sleep again. But it like gradually increased to an hour, and then like around 3 months, it's like an hour and 15 minutes, and to now, like him being 4 months, he can stay awake like an hour and 30 minutes. So I keep track of that using the Huckleberry app, but I also really need to watch his sleepy cues. If he gets like fussy, he gets really red eyebrows when he is tired, and then I can tell that his wake times are getting longer. We are trying to follow the taking care of babies techniques, which is how like I got him to fall asleep on his own when he was like 4 weeks old to 2 months old. So every once in a while I can still lay him down and he'll fall asleep on his own. But for the most part, we are using the exercise ball and bouncing him to sleep. In the nighttime, like those techniques, they go out the window. Like they won't work for him at all. The only thing he wants is to be comfort nursed, and he wants that like every 2 hours. He is currently sleeping in the Merlin Magic sleep suit. We've gone from like the arms up swaddle when he was like a newborn to swaddling him arms down at night, to recently changing to the Merlin. It worked wonders with our first son, Hayden, but nothing is making us have longer stretches at nighttime with Ashton. So once every few nights, he'll do like only 2 wakings in the night. But yeah, the Merlin, I still like it, but it's not magic for him this time around. And I'm still trying to decide what we're going to switch to next. I'm deciding between 2. There's a halo sleep sack with arms that I think would help him transition out of the Merlin, or I might just go to a nested bean that has like the weight on their chest that is supposed to help them sleep. I don't know. If you guys have any feedback, please leave it below. Okay, on to just like development and stuff like that. His sounds are crazy. This kid has a voice. When he cries, he can like scream. Hayden, our firstborn, was never able to do that. But Ashton has this like ability to like actually scream when he cries, which is terrifying and gives me huge anxiety, but it is crazy. He is talking so much. His baby sounds are crazy. He learned that like when I'm not looking at him, if he like makes noises and talks, like I'll look at him, give him attention again, which is just like so smart. Like seriously, they know so much more than we give them credit for. So like if I'm not looking at him, paying attention to him, he will make all this noise until I do. And I swear some of his noises, he has even said mom, which I don't know, can you count that as a first word when it's just like obviously a noise that he's making? Or maybe he is saying mom. But yeah, just like such a chatterbox, talking nonstop, probably because his older brother is always talking around him and like he wants to keep up. He is so cute around his older brother, always smiling, always watching. There's been a couple nights where Hayden has gone for a sleepover at my mom's house, and Ashton is a grumpier baby when Hayden is not around. It's hilarious, also frustrating for me, but like Hayden obviously entertains him way better than I do, so it's so cute.
Nice and soft. Nice and soft. I love you, baby. I love you.
He's had some really bad fussy periods too, some leap related, some just like overtiredness where like I could not get him to calm down, but that's just life of a baby, I'd say. I'd say that Ashton is a little bit tougher than my first baby, than Hayden. I think that's pretty normal, that they say that your first baby is a trick baby and it tricks you into having another baby, and the second one is never as good as the first one. And by that I don't mean good, but like the next one is never as like chill as the first baby, and I've definitely found that. He just isn't really content doing one thing for very long. Like his swing, we ended up buying the 4Mums bouncer swing. Hardly doesn't really like it. The only thing he will sit in for a long period of time is the baby Bjorn bouncer. Even laying on his back, he gets fussy and doesn't like it. He loves tummy time, but of course he gets tired, but it's great that he loves it. So like as soon as like he does get stronger, he can do that for longer periods of time. And yeah, I mean, generally he is a really good baby, is smiling all the time. It's so cute when he first wakes up, how happy he is once we go in and get him. We get like lots of smiles. For his fussiness, he really doesn't like his car seat. So we used to try and like put him in his car seat when he was sleepy, so he'd take a nap when we were out. Now I find that I need to put him in his car seat after he's woken up, and he seems to be more content. Now that he has the ability to like hold something, his favorite first toy was like the O-ball, the one with the graspy. I'll include like a photo here, but he loves that. If he can like hold on to that in the car, he's usually a little bit more content. I haven't ventured out for very many walks. My anxiety is a little bit too high for that. If he like cries and stuff while we're out, it is really hard. So if to play, when I want Hayden to be outside, we definitely just like go into the backyard and stuff like that. So I haven't really taken them for many walks by myself. Usually if Nick's home on the weekend, that's when we do that kind of thing, just because Ashton can be fussy. I never know if he's going to like being out. Okay, so I can hear Ashton waking up, and then I'm going to talk just a little bit about postpartum updates. I want to talk about 3 things, 1 being anxiety, 2 being weight loss, and 3 being postpartum hair loss. So postpartum anxiety, I feel like I've definitely been experiencing. I haven't been like diagnosed or anything, just I get very, very anxious like taking the boys out by myself, when Ashton cries, and if like Hayden also gets upset. There's a few times where I've gotten mad and like I have like huge mom guilt about it after. So just trying to deal with that a little bit, trying to like figure out what Ashton needs has been a little bit much and a little bit overwhelming. My mom has been helping out a lot, which is super helpful. And then obviously when Nick comes home from work at the end of the day, it's like a huge relief for me. My weight, have hardly done anything to try and lose the baby weight. Just with Ashton's sleep and everything and the boys, I'm just focusing on that, putting my energy on that. I am still the exact same weight as I was like at 2 months postpartum. I've started eating a lot less junk, but I still eat a lot. Breastfeeding hunger is real, and I could definitely clean up my diet a little bit, but yeah, I'm just still really hungry, and breastfeeding is like my main concern, so I want to make sure that my calories stay up for that. And then I also wanted to talk a little bit about postpartum hair loss. I started losing my hair around 2 months postpartum. It is the worst right here, but I know it happens throughout my whole head because of the way it grew back after I had Hayden. But yeah, it's something I'm super self-conscious about. This is like freshly showered hair, so my hair isn't too bad today, but I don't have my hair. So my battery died and Ashton woke up. So I was talking about postpartum hair loss. Yeah, it's just something that I'm like really self-conscious about. I don't usually like have my hair styled like this that often. When it is styled, I don't mind it that much, but I don't like leaving my hair down around Ashton either, because like he might tug at it. Yeah, just something I'm a little bit self-conscious about. And as it grows out, it like gets all frizzy and everything, so it's just like bad hair for the next year. I did a video last time of my postpartum hair loss of a product that I really do think helps. It's like a biotin shampoo. So I'm still using that, and hopefully that'll just like speed up how quickly it grows back in. And one thing I'm doing that I find that is helping a lot, as for like there not being hair all over the house, is I'm brushing my hair more often. I used to think that it was just like, oh, if I brush it, I'm just pulling out more hair, but you know what, that hair's gonna fall out anyways, and I'd rather it be in the brush and I can throw it in the garbage than it being all over the house. And it'll just like kind of quicken the process, so the sooner that the hair is out, the sooner it can grow back, I figure. I don't know, but yeah, postpartum hair loss sucks, and it's just something that you deal with pregnancy hormones and everything. You basically just don't lose hair the entire time that you're pregnant, and then it all comes out once those pregnancy hormones are gone out of your body. Yeah. If somebody's trying to sell you on like actual products that will stop postpartum hair loss, there's none that exist. It's just hormones. It's just gonna happen. If it continues past a few months, you should probably go get your thyroid checked, but other than that, it's pretty normal. So that is my 4-month update. Please subscribe to my channel for future updates and give this video a like, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.